Yeah, Cliff Fields. He was a proper man, mate. When he used to work with us, and we used to sometimes talk in the go in the calf and all that. Even when I was doing my unlicensed fighting, when I'd sometimes go in the dressing room and talk to Cliff, he was a nice geezer, man. He was a bit slow, but he was nice. You know what I mean? He had nothing to prove. He was who he was, Cliff Fields, yeah. And when I used to go down the Lille in the Bermondsey and talked to Billy Ed, Billy Ed did say that if Cliff Fields never cut, he'd been a good fighter. It's a shame that some people get cut. And I remember Frank Warren on one of Frank Warren's shows on Box On. He said that something about Cliff Fields. Used to the reason why he got stopped so many times is because as a professional fighter, is because he used to cut. And then let Frankie Warren say he's never cut once for them. Well, the reason why he had nobody that lasted more than 2 or 3 rounds. You know what I mean? Cliff Fields was a good fighter. And especially an unlicensed fight. I mean, a lot of these unlicensed fighters was finished. You know what I mean? They were finished, yeah. But when I talked to him about Lenny, he just said, "Look, like fair play to Lenny. The first fight, it was a walkover. It was easy for me. The second fight, when he had a lot of money to beat me, I was approached by Frankie Warren to bow down for Lenny. He said I wouldn't do it. He said there's no way that I was going to bow down for Lenny. That's why I took Lenny the 5-6 rounds as I did. Yeah." He said because I could have knocked him out at any time. I punished Lenny. I really punished him. But he got in the ring. To walk down towards the ring is not that easy. You know what I mean? People think, that's all when the adrenaline kicks in. That walking and to get in the ring and bounce about, he starts to go. Yeah. He said, but that initial walk, it does you in. He said, but Lenny, he said, mate, he had no chance. Lenny had no chance of beating me. He just had no chance. And as far as Frankie Warren, thinking that he could give me X amount of money to take a dive on Lenny, he said it was not on. He said it's not on. He shouldn't have even mentioned that. And don't worry about that. I mean, Lenny had 12, 13 fights, Ray, And out of the 12 or 13 fights, I think he lost 7 or 8 of them, But, I mean, I should imagine, maybe not all of them, but a lot of the fights that he won, maybe Frankie Warren might have given a few bob for him to win. Because as far as, when Lenny was started to become a good fighter, when he blew up to about 20 odd stone, yeah? But as a normal fighter, as heavyweight, he was more like a cruiserweight. He wasn't a banger. I mean, the time that he fought Shorey, and he knocked Shorey from one side of the ring to the other side of the ring, and Shorey never hit the floor. It hit the ring rather. It goes to show you that Lenny couldn't bang. Lenny couldn't bang because if you whack a man that hard, he's going to fall down the ropes, mate. He isn't going to keep going along the ropes. That's why, to me personally, only to me, that I feel that fight was a get-up. I think that Roy Shaw was got at by Frank Warren. Him and Joe Paul got together and they took a right few bob for Lenny to win that fight. Yeah, Roy Shaw, a good fighter, mate. Roy Shaw, a good fighter, mate. Hard man. Anybody. I respect any man that's been in prison and has got a good name as a fighting man, because in prison you meet every man in there. All fighting men are in there, yeah? And to hold your own in prison, you're a proper man, I mean, I've done nearly 30 years in prison, and I was every man I fought. No, on every man I fought, I beat, Obviously, sometimes you get hurt a lot, you know what I mean? But you take it and you come back. You come back another day, you don't lose the fight. That's when, about Paul Sykes and Roy Shaw. I mean, I respect Paul Sykes because Paul Sykes was a proper fighting man, hard man, A weights man, loved his weights as well as his boxing. Powerful, really, really powerful. You know, I still don't believe that he beat Roy Shaw in 10 seconds. He might beat Roy Shaw, but I don't think he beat Roy Shaw in 10 seconds. I believe the stories that I hear, and to me, that's the stories, that's what I respect. They're the stories I respect, you know. But Lenny and Cliff Fields, you know, as Cliff Fields says, you know, the walk to the ring, is enough, yeah. The adrenaline's going mad. To actually jump in that ring, then you start walking about. The adrenaline starts to ease off, you know. He said, but you know, when that other man gets in the ring and you're facing that other man, and you know that that other man he's just beat you before, you know what I mean? He's Lenny McLean. He must have. Fair play to him, mate. He had a bit of bottle getting in the ring, but did he? You know, I mean, Cliff Field says that Frankie Warren approached him, and he didn't take the dive. Did Frankie Warren tell Lenny McLean that he'd give Cliff Field some money and he was to take a dive? You know what I mean? Because he held him up for 5 rounds, Cliff, but he battered Lenny, and he just smashed him to pieces. You know, he really, really battered him. You know what I mean? You know, and Lenny after that, I think he had a couple of fights after that and didn't go nowhere. I think he just got to give in, and he got into the acting game. You know, anybody, if you can get in the acting game from fighting, mate, that's the proper thing to do. That's the proper thing to do. Frankie Warren, he become a professional promoter. Look who he is today. I mean, you know, you even get, you know, what's his name? Oh, bloody hell. Eubanks, the way he run Frankie Warren down, you know, and you think to yourself, well, is that the truth, you know what I mean? And I believe it is, and he also run Hearns down, you know, but later on he pulled it back because he knew that Warren was going to sue him, you know what I mean? And Warren, usually when Warren sues you, you're in trouble, yeah? But as I say, Frankie Warren, I know him from old, mate, from the unlicensed fighting game, yeah? And Frankie Warren was a young man. He's a gangster. Frankie Warren's comes from a gangster family, yeah? Frankie Warren, you know, just got in at the right time. He got in with the papers at the right time. They stood by him, and they got him the license that he needed, the British Border Control license. You know what I mean? But fair play to Frank. I'm only gutted because at that time, when Frankie Warren was promoting, I started promoting as well. But as Frank was more into the boxing, promoting side of it than I was more interested in earning quick bucks, quick money. So I went back into the old hobby game and got a big bird. But sometimes you look at it, mate, and you're the fool. It's me that was a fool. I was the idiot, not Frankie Warren, mate. Frankie Warren now, multed up, mate. He's absolutely multed up. In with the Arabs, you know, anybody in with the Arabs in Saudi Arabia, mate, you're absolutely, you know, that's why the Furies, same as the Furies, mate. They're in with the Arabs now, the Saudi Arabia Arabs, mate. They're just earning bucks, mate. They're earning plenty of money. Anyway, bang, bang, rail. Lovely, bye.